Have you ever wondered what happens if everything is going smoothly in a real estate transaction and then the offer is accepted, the inspections are complete, the loan is moving forward, and then the appraisal comes back lower than the purchase price? What happens next? So today we're going to walk through exactly what a low appraisal means, why it happens, and the options buyers and sellers have moving forward. Stay tuned. What is an appraisal? Let's start with the basics. An appraisal is an independent opinion of value ordered by the lender. The lender is about to lend hundreds of thousands of dollars secured by this property. So before they do that, they want a licensed appraiser to determine whether the home's value supports the loan amount. The appraisal isn't necessarily ordered to protect the buyer, and it isn't ordered to protect the seller. It's ordered to help the lender manage risk. So what does low appraisal actually mean? So if we use simple numbers, so let's suppose you've agreed to purchase a home for $400K. The appraisal comes back at $385,000. That means the appraiser believes the home's market value is $385,000 based on comparable sales and other market data. The lender may now base the loan on the lower appraised value instead of the contract price. This creates what many people call an appraisal gap. And now the transaction needs a solution. First things first, don't panic. One of the biggest misconceptions in real estate is that low appraisal automatically kills the deal. In reality, low appraisals are challenges, not necessarily deal killers. There are often multiple paths forward in this situation. The key understanding is your options. Option number one, the seller lowers the price. This is often the simplest solution. The seller agrees to reduce the purchase price to align with the appraised value. So in our example, we went under contract at $400K. Appraised value came back at $385. The seller agrees to reduce the purchase price to $385. We amend the contract. The transaction moves forward. Cool. This solution is often more likely when there are no backup buyers. The appraisal appears well supported, and both parties want to keep the transaction together. Option two, the buyer brings additional cash. Sometimes buyers love the property enough to bridge the gap. So using our example, purchase price $400K, the appraised value is $385K. The difference, 15 grand. The buyer may choose to bring some or all of the difference in additional cash at closing. This option works best when the buyer has sufficient reserves and strongly believes in the property. Option three, they can split the difference. This is one of the most common outcomes. The seller reduces the price somewhat. The buyer contributes the additional funds. Both parties share the burden. Instead of one side absorbing the entire gap, they negotiate a compromise. So this is where communication and negotiation become extremely important. Option number four, challenge the appraisal. Appraisers are professionals, but they are also human. Occasionally, there may be errors like a missing comparable of sales, factual errors, market information that wasn't considered. And depending on circumstances, the lender may allow a reconsideration of value. It's important to understand, this can be rare, okay? Not every challenge is successful, but it can sometimes be a valuable option. Let's say it's not. That brings us to option five, walk away. Depending on the terms of the contract and any applicable contingencies, a buyer may have the option to terminate the transaction. This is why understanding your contract matters. This is also why buyers should understand their rights and obligations before they even submit an offer. Every transaction is unique. Every contract is unique, guys, which is why professional guidance absolutely matters. So if there was a hidden lesson, the lesson I would really want buyers to take away here is that a low appraisal is not simply a valuation issue. It's a negotiation issue, all right? Most real estate challenges aren't solved by contracts alone. They're solved by communication, strategy, and understanding What are the actual available options to overcome this challenge? All right. So make sure you have an experienced advisor. And this is why we spend so much time educating clients throughout the process. The best buyers do not panic when challenges arise. Instead, they seek understanding of the process. They evaluate their options and they make informed decisions. Real estate should be understood. I stand by this, not endured. So if you have questions about appraisals, buying, selling, or the home buying process, I'd love to help. I hope this video was helpful for you guys. For more buyer seller resources, visit queensberryadvisors.com. I'm Joshua Smith, Queensberry Advisors at Keller Williams Town Center, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.